I'm still working on my sample quiz here. And so I have one section kind of about the geography of France, and now I'm going to add another section for students to answer. And this section is going to be all about culture. So the reason why I add these different sections is that when you're giving a quiz, since we clicked over here, I clicked before on presentation, it'll shuffle the question order. Means that within each one of these sections, so here's one section and then I have this section up here with the basic information, those questions are going to be in different orders for different people. So it's a nice way to make sure that students, if they had wandering eyes or their eyes accidentally landed on another computer, that they would maybe would be seeing a different question than they have on their screen. So I'm going to go ahead and add this other section here. And I'm going to title this, you know what, I'm actually going to make this section about Paris monuments. Okay, so I want to add in some pictures, and there's two ways to add in pictures here. The first way is just within this section, and that's going to be a big picture. So if I click right here on the picture, let me do that again. If I click right here on the Add Image button, I can search, well, I can take a snapshot, I can upload, do all the normal things you can do, but I'm just going to search Paris monuments, and I should come up with a nice map here of Paris, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in. We're going to give it a second, and now I have this beautiful map of France, and so I might title it Map of Monuments. Okay, so here's how this looks. I can also change it, remove it, center align it. When I go to my form and preview it, I have to put in some fake things here to be able to preview it because I have made sections. Doesn't matter if it's right because I'm not actually going to submit this. And then I'm going to go to the next section. So here's my first questions, and then here's when I go to the next one. Here's how it looks. So this one is not connected. This image is not connected to a question. It's just hanging out there in the section. I'm going to go back to my form. So I have this nice one. Now I want to create a question that has images associated with it. So to create a question that has images associated, I'm going to first add a question. And my question is going to be, which monument was constructed for the 1889 Worlds? It's really helpful if you spell it correctly. And now I have multiple choice here. So obviously the correct answer is the Eiffel Tower. And I can, so if I go over, you'll see that there's this image right here where it says add image. And I'm going to go ahead and add an image from there. And I'm going to search Eiffel Tower. I like that one, it's good enough. Plug that in. And now I'm going to create a few other ones. So I'm going to put, I'll put the Arc de Triomphe. And I'm going to search for that. Okay, so now I have 4 pictures attached to each one of my sections. You don't, or each one of my question answers. You don't have to have a title for each one, so I could leave off, for example, the Eiffel Tower. To preview this, again, I've got to go back here and put in a fake email address because I'm requiring that, so I just have to. Google doesn't know that I'm the teacher previewing it. It thinks I'm just trying to take it. So when I go to the next one here, I've got option 1, because I took out the name, the Eiffel Tower, then I've got option 2, 3, and 4. So this is a nice way. Now notice this time when I went my map of monuments, when I previewed it this time, my map of monuments is below my first question. That's because I have my quiz set to shuffle the questions in any one section. So each time I go in, it's going to give me a different order. So I'm going to go back here because I need to set the correct answer. And just because it looks weird, I'm going to put... Okay. And so now I need to set the correct answer. So I'm going to go down here to answer key. I am going to set this as 1 point. And then I'm going to choose this one. I'm also going to go back here, edit question, and I'm going to shuffle this question order so that that is different for each student as they see, as they go through and look at it. Now I can make 4 questions out of this. So if I just duplicate here, I'm going to duplicate this question. I have everything that's exactly the same, and now I can put which monuments, not really monument, but in which monument is the Mona Lisa? Okay, so this is no longer the correct answer, so I got to go down here to answer key, and I'm going to change this to the Louvre. And now I've got 2 questions. Undo this one. I've got 2 questions, but I didn't have to go back through and re-pick all of the pictures. So if you think ahead a little bit, sometimes you can save yourself time by just changing 1 or 2 of these. You can get 4 questions out of this one because by changing the right answer and the question.